What you're seeing over my shoulder with the aid of technology should be a clip from Portland near the airport. Now, Portland is one of the most left-wing parts of America going. You remember going back a few years ago, all the trouble there, all the rioting and everything else. Now, what I want to show you as well, should be over my shoulder in a second, are clips of Bristol. These are near the M32 up on the Bristol Downs, and one of the aerial view clips is near Avonmouth. I don't know if it's an illegal camp, but you can't actually appreciate just how fucking horrible this place looks. It's hell on earth. Actually, it looks like something out of, what was the name of that? Mad Max. And it does seem that a lot of these homeless, that kind of homeless, because I need to differentiate between the soldier that's found himself in on the streets, or somebody who's lost everything, who finds themselves on the street, or somebody with mental health that's not being looked after finds them on the street, right? They're very different. There's a chain of things that have happened to them, like the soldier has been used by the British government, and after he's been sent into horrible experiences and it's fucked his head up and he's got PTSD, he now can't be around people. He now can't be in a house. There's noises that set him off and all sorts of stuff. Now, I did actually speak to a friend of mine who's working over in the Middle East. And they're working on AI at the moment, which worried me a bit, but it's AI that can tell the signs of early onset of PTSD and deal with it before it becomes a massive problem. I'm in the countryside at the moment and I'm watching a hare running across there. I was driving through here earlier on, right, and there was a deer bouncing across the place. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, going back to these other shithouses, and that's exactly what they are. These are the people, right, that love the socialism. These are the people that like anarchy. These are the people that want to turn everything into bedlam. Absolute hell on earth. Because when they move into a place, they graffiti the fuck out of it. They leave rubbish everywhere. They live in they're slovenly. These are the people that are we used to call them soap dodgers. And that was for a reason, because they didn't wash very much. They didn't want to conform. They wanted to be different. Now, a lot of these people are the artistic kind, and they put minimal effort into the day-to-day stuff in their life and maximum effort into a doodle or a bit of art or whatever it is. These are the people that want socialism, all right? And the reason they want socialism is because they can get something for nothing. This is what they believe. These are the people that hate the rich. They hate the rich because they know that they'll never, ever be anything. They'll never achieve anything, right? And this is the real crux of it, right? These people that are at the extreme left, right, and so on the extreme right, but we'll go with the extreme left for now, right? The ones that are on the extreme left despise you because you've got more than them. That's all it is. It's jealousy. Pure and simple. They fucking hate anybody that does better than them. Now, they'll hide all of that under the pretense that green agendas, if we all did a lot, more about green and we all had a lot less cars and houses and all the rest of it, right, then we'd be better on the environment. But they're sat there every night with a wood burner going, right, or burning whatever else, okay, and they're leaving rubbish all over the place. Look at when they go to a protest. When they went to Bristol, right, and they protested with that, what's that fucking stupid, useless autistic bin that they wheel out? Can't remember it. Not that I have a problem with autistic people. My best mate is autistic. Fucking challenge. Interesting, though. But anyway, he is. Yeah, what was her name? Greta Thunberg. Do you remember they wheeled her out, right? And they did this in Bristol. Anyway, after they left, it was a lovely green area before. After, they had to returf the whole area and there was rubbish fucking everywhere. And they're all about the environment, right? This is the irony of it. They say they're this, but they're actually the complete opposite. But going back to these people, they want to put more and more restrictions on you. They want to make sure that you can't achieve. Because by you not achieving, it doesn't highlight just how fucking shit they are at everything. And I mean everything. Okay, a few of them might be able to whittle or pick a guitar up. Some of them may be actually able to sing. But generally, on the all-round at being a human being, they're pretty fucking shit. And they all sit together and wheel out the same bullshit and regurgitate the same political stance and the same, this is what we want for the planet and we want to be a loving community. Fuck off, do you? You're the biggest cunt to anybody who might slightly get on your tits. You're an absolute shithouse. I actually liken some of them to some of the religious community. Now, me, myself, I believe there's one upstairs. I believe there's hell downstairs. I believe that, I believe that the devil roams the earth doing bad things. Now, you might think that's a bit weird. I mean, metaphorically speaking, right? But anyway, these people, some of the most religious types that make themselves out to be holier than thou, right, are actually some of the biggest bigoted, racist, hateful, anything phobic going, right? But they hide all that under a veil of purity and religious, whatever you want to call it. And then once a week they'll go to confession and confess all, and it's all okay. Is it fuck? And these lefties that come out and do whatever they do, right, they'll do it all saying that they're trying to make a better world and they're trying to make a greener world and whatever. It's like that. You see them all fucking driving around Bristol in their battery cars or their fucking scooters. You're like, where did that power come from, son? There's a lorry somewhere down the road getting loaded with coal, or a train to take it to a power station to burn that shit off, to power that fucking thing, that the carbon footprint of making will never actually be recuperated. But it's all right because you look good in front of your friends, don't you? Wankers. Utter wankers. But I just thought I'd point this out because the whole point of this video is when the left get what they want, this is what happens. When the extreme left get their dream, we end up living in a nightmare. Which is why we've got to fight against them. Because they're no good for themselves. Obviously. Look where they've become. Right? This is not all of them, but the ones that are actually hardcore. They're no good for us. They don't actually do anything useful in society. They're fucking parasitical cunts. Horrible bastards. But I just thought I'd point it out because it was obvious to me years ago when all this shit was starting up with the left and they were like getting more and more rabid, that what it would end up in is misery for them and everybody else around them. And they'll never ever admit that what they did has brought this upon themselves, because there's always somebody else that did this to them. This is the other thing. They hate mummy and daddy for reasons. They didn't get enough, right? It was always something wrong, right? And they hate the world because of what it's done. They hate leaders. They hate groups. They hate wealthy. They hate the middle class. They hate some of the poor. They hate the cities because they're old and they've got a lot of history about them. They want to change that and knock it all down and make something else. But they don't actually make anything good. It's a fucking eyesore. All they've got, actually, that they're very successful at is hate. Amazing, really. But there you go. Anyway, I've got a few more videos to punt out today. And, yeah, have a good one. It's a Friday, remember? God, it's going to be a scorcher today. Yeah, take your stay, and I'll see you in a bit.